put that right there. That looks good. Okay. Sorry about that. Welcome to 412 Mason Gaming, and we are going to do some things today. So this is my face, first of all, because I'm pretty sure this is the first video I had a face cam in. So we're gonna play what's called RuneScape on mobile, and I'm going to show you how we're going to go through the Barrows. And this is a guide not for anyone higher level who already knows all this shit. This is for somebody who's around these stats, and maybe even a little worse than this, though if you don't have at least 75 attack and at least 70 defense, I don't recommend trying to do this melee like I'm about to do. So, this is the gear you're going to want to have. Now, your weapon itself doesn't really matter, but you're going to want like a half-decent weapon. So if you can't get like an Abyssal Whip, try and get a Dragon Scimitar, or if you don't like quests, maybe go for something about half that price, which would be like the Dragon Sword or the Obsidian Sword, something like that. Try to get some decent defensive gear. You obviously don't have to have an Amulet of Fury, but if you can get one, get one. Otherwise, an Amulet of Glory will be fine. You're going to want to bring a Restore Potion, at least. You can bring a Super Restore, but those are pretty expensive. So, but if you don't mind, then go ahead. I don't really use them that much, so I just buy the regular restores. You're going to want at least 2 sips of Prayer Potion. A lot of people will bring more than that, but if you're doing melee and you're kind of tanky like I am, 2 will do just fine. You're going to want to have a full thing of Super Combat. It doesn't have to be full, but you want at least 2 sips, just like the Prayer Potion. And then you're going to want to teleport to either your house or Varrock, or wherever you like to go, and you're going to want a Barrows teleport, and then you're going to want a spade. This is the most important. You literally can't even do it without it. So let's go ahead and go on down to Barrow Country. Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of old school RuneScape lately, and I figured, why not make a video on it? Because I can. So I'm going to start making videos on this, because this channel kind of died. Because I don't really play PlayStation anymore. That's mostly why. But, okay, so first we're going to go into Derek's crypt. Now, as soon as you click on this coffin, there's a chance that either the brother who's supposed to be here, which this one is Derek, will come out, or you could go into a tunnel, which is like a big kind of little maze, where that brother, who is supposed to be here, will be. So he didn't pop up this time. We're just going to fight him. Now, what I do with Derek, he can hit you really hard the lower his health is. So what you want to do is you can pray against him the whole time, or holy crap, and that's why some people do. Or you can do what I do, and you can wait until you get him to like half health, sometimes a little lower than half, and then pray, and that should protect you for the rest of his life, and that will keep you from taking any serious hits. I forgot to use my Super Combat. Do not do that. If you're doing this, use your fucking Super Combat. The shit will save your life. I wouldn't have taken those 2 hits if I was using it. So yeah, you just want to kick his ass as much as you can until you get him to about like right there. We're going to use half of our Prayer Potion that we got there, and we're going to pray melee. I did that really slow so that you could see I would normally go a little faster than that. And then we're just going to sit here and try and kill the rest of them. Hopefully, our prayer will last. The worst thing that could happen is he has like 1 HP left, but he's still alive, and your prayer runs out, and then he hits you. He could hit you for like high 60s, which if you don't have, above that amount of health, you're going to die in 1 hit. And if not, it's going to do a lot of damage, and you don't want that. So like right now, if he hits me, that'll fucking suck. I have really bad luck, so I'm kind of expecting it. But I guess not. I recommend having at least 80 attack, because if you don't, as you saw, you'll hit a lot of zeros. I didn't hit that many, but I still hit a decent amount of zeros. And that sucks. So the next one you're going to want to do is Arim. If he's there, he might be in the tunnel. We're going to find out right now. So there's a lot of people here fighting him. I'm actually going to switch worlds real quick so I don't have to deal with all these other motherfuckers, because I don't like that. I like having the place all to myself. That's better. I don't know why. They're just in the way. Sometimes you don't know if you're fighting the right brother or not, or which one's yours, how much health he has, and stuff like that. So I'm being stupid right now because I'm talking. Start praying magic as soon as you get in here. Now, there's a chance, because your RNG could suck, that you're not going to kill him before your prayer runs out, but it should protect you a lot, and you shouldn't have to use too much of your health. There is no way you'll end up having to use an entire inventory of health. That's ridiculous. Unless your stats are lower than mine. If that happens, you can use one of your tally tabs and go back to Varrock and get some health. So as you see, he lowered my stats. My strength is all the way down to 72. That's why you bring the restore, use that up, and then we're going to go over here, heal while we're on the way, use a little bit of run. Don't really worry about your run too much. It probably won't run out. Make sure you have at least like 50 though. So we're going to fight Varrock next. We're going to use this potion now. Since he lowered our stats, we got to use it again. And this is why you want at least 80 attack, because it'll boost up to 97, which is pretty good. Holy crap, he is killing me. Don't bother praying against this guy. If you want to pray against all of them, that's fine. If you have the money to do so, it'll protect you a lot. Won't really save you money, because you'll probably spend less on food than you did the prayer potions. But if you're going to pray, do not do it against this guy. He will smack you right through the prayer. You're just wasting it. And make sure that you do not fill up your prayer more than what one sip of the potion would do, because it's just going to consistently drain, including even after he dies. So if he dies and you're still down here, you're not paying attention fully, or it takes you a second to run up the stairs, you could just lose a bunch of prayer points just because. And that goes mostly for when you go in the tunnel. If there's one of the brothers that you want to pray against, like Darok, Elrim, or Carol, if you pray against her, I don't. Wait till you get to them and they pop up, which I'll show. And then pray. So we're going to go down here. This one's Torag. He's kind of weak, but he has some okay defense, so he could take a second to kill. I have this Dragon Defender, which is upping my attack stat a decent bit, so I'm going to hit him more often than I even would. At the price of some defense for not having a shield. And obviously I could have a much better cape than this obsidian one. If you have a skill cape, wear the fucking skill cape. You're lucky. I don't have the patience for that. The only skills that I really want at 99 are combat skills right now, because the rest of them you pretty much gotta like pay for or grind your heart out, and I just don't got it for that. Especially because you don't really make money from any of them, at least until like level like 50 or 60 in one of them, which takes quite a bit of amount of time in itself. And some of them even at 99, they're fucking useless. Like woodcutting, dude, you can barely make shit off of woodcutting. You make like a maximum of a couple $100K an hour at fucking like 99. That's horrible, dude. Horrible. Fishing and cooking are pretty good though. I recommend doing those if you want to do anything for money. Or smithing's pretty good, along with mining. Though mining you have to get pretty high for it to get you any profit. Smithing not so much. I don't know why I just even started talking about this. I guess it's because I had a feeling he was going to take a second to fucking die. I don't know why he's taking so long to die, but he's taking a long time to die. Just die, Torag. So, as you see, he's not really hurting me too much. I'm actually going through more health than I thought I would. Probably because I'm not really paying attention too much. So, like, I missed out on some prayers that I would do. That I would have had activated a little sooner, and stuff like that. I really hope that didn't just pop up on my screen. My mom just told me that my dinner is complete, and I am in the middle of this, so obviously I'm not gonna go do that. Okay, so funny story about that hidden tunnel. I tried to record this video prior to this, but the audio got really jacked up. Can I stop clicking on that? The audio got really jacked up, and so it didn't go well, and it sounded like shit, so I deleted the recording, and I got a different thing to record with. This one is much better. I should have just did this from the start. But where I'm going with this story is whenever we get into that tunnel and we get to the chest to get our loot, my loot from the last run is going to be on the ground. This is because I had a full inventory because I was trying to show you that you can go bank at any time, and I went and grabbed more food because I could. And yeah, when I did that, I didn't realize that I had filled my inventory, and what it did was it dropped all the loot from the chest on the ground. So I'm going to pick that up whenever we get there and get the loot from this run. So I'm about to have double the loot that you would have. So yeah, I just thought I should explain that before that happens. This guy, Guffin, he is a prick. He heals almost every time he hits you. And sometimes he gets really unlucky and he hits a lot of zeros like that, and then I start crushing him. But sometimes he will hit you a good bit of times in a row, and he will heal like almost all the way up if he's at like half health. And that is rough, buddy. That is rough. So Carol is our last one. So we're going to go over here. Carol is ranged. So if you are a mage or you just don't have really good defense, pray ranged. I have half decent defense, and I'm melee, so I'm strong against ranged. So I'm not really that worried about it, and I don't pray against her unless I just have the extra prayer sitting around. I usually don't, though. I usually only have like a couple sips with me, so I can't even afford to really use it on her. Sometimes that'll happen when you're playing mobile. I should have X'd that out a while ago. I know. Even though she texted me, it's like she doesn't think I understand that the food's ready, and she came and told me anyway. I know. I saw the text. So if you don't really know which way to go, because you can go through both these doors here, the chest room is smack in the middle that way. So what you can do is you can search through the wall here for the door. I gotta go a little more in this direction. Right there. Where's the door? It should be right there. Am I retarded? I'm retarded. Okay, so it's not that door. So you can go over here. Try to do the same thing over here. Don't be retarded like me. Okay, so the door is on neither side there. So we're just going to keep running on through. Heal whenever. Be ready for Carol to attack you at any given moment. Oh my gosh, I can't go through that way. So sometimes you can't go through some doors. That's why you want to have a little bit of stamina, so that if you have to run all the way around like I'm about to have to, you can. But it's really, I tried to look at and see if the next door was a good one. You really don't need a whole lot of run usually, though. A lot of times it'll be one of the first doors that I come to will be the one that I need. It's that one. So it doesn't really matter what room that you sit here and chill in, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kill like 4 or 5 of the other monsters that are in this until you get to like 86%, I think. And then if you haven't killed the last brother yet, go ahead and do that. And then that should get you to 100. Now, you don't have to get 100, but if you really like money, I suggest it. You won't really get that much extra, but I don't like not getting all the money that I could have gotten, even though it's not really that much. So I get 100% rewards potential. But none of killing here will have anything to do with the item drops. It'll only have to do with the runes. And then once you get like 88%, then everything after that, you're only getting bonus bolt racks, which are really shitty crossbow ammo for Carol's crossbow. But I mean, it could be worse. Somehow that spider thing just attacked me from across the fucking room. I've no clue how, but that happens sometimes. I also got way too much rewards potential. I killed one extra than I had to. Don't do that. So let's see what puzzle it is. Tap the square. If you see shapes, tap the fucking square. And then get through that door before something else attacks you. I would go through all those puzzle completion things, but I can't really. Alright, so Carol popped up whenever we tried to open the chest. If you open that chest and the last Barrows brother does not pop up and you haven't run into them yet, go back, do not search the chest. Go back and go through all the rooms that you didn't go through and find this bitch. And kill her, and then come back and open the chest and get your rewards. Because as you see, it opened up, but I didn't get the reward. And I just realized my reward from the last run, which I was talking about earlier, is not on the ground like I thought it would be. So that means I got beat on that, but it was a pretty shitty run. I only got like a couple runes, so I guess it's whatever. Like that, but I got a lot more this time. And that's it. That's Barrows. And now you just go back and you bank and you do it again. And make sure you have plenty of potions. I recommend stocking up quite a bit. If you got to drop like 150k on some super combat potions and then another 100k on some prayer potions, it will be worth it. It seems like a lot, but it will be worth it. You can obviously make more money if you don't. And if you just tank everything, but you're obviously going to need higher stats for that. And there's other things that you could be fighting. So in our next video, we are probably going to either go do a KBD guide, which is the King Black Dragon, the Dagonoth Kings, or maybe something else based off of the comments on this video. And if we get to 100 subscribers before I release the next video, we will do a giveaway for this New Year's. So like this video up and get some subs down there. And other than that, good luck on your Barrows runs. Hopefully you have better luck than I did, and peace out.